Hey, what's up, y'all? It is Tuesday, October 14th. Tuesday, October 14th. Let's make this happen. Motivation gets you started, but habits, good habits, that is what's going to keep you going. That's what Mr. Farr is building, good habits. All right, let's keep it pushing. All right, cool. First things first is I do want you to check in. We're not going to take time on this video to do that, but pause. We're going to take about 5 to 7 minutes to check in class. I did some grading updates, so check in Aries, check in Canvas, check for everything. We are at the 9-week. Again, we are at just about 9 weeks. So on Thursday, it's going to be 9 weeks. The trimester is almost over. You still have time to make something happen, but you got to get to work now. All right, y'all, let's keep it pushing. Right here, let's just talk about this. So open up your journal, okay? Open up your journal there, and then I just want you to write a few sentences as to why you think, or which one of these scenarios you believe will cause a greater change in motion. So look at these two scenarios, and which one of these do you think will cause a greater change of motion based on what you're seeing in the actual picture there. So again, pause the screen and get that done. Now, did you put this scenario over here? If you picked that scenario over there, a lot of students told me the reason they picked it, and let me know if this is in your guys' reasoning, is they said that it's because there's 3 people. So they said there's 3 people, that means we can get 3 times the force pushing on the car and getting the car moving. I was like, all right, cool. Now, if you picked this one over here, a lot of people said this person looks like they have more muscles, so they can apply more force. They also said this car looks smaller than this car, so they said that as well. They also said something else, is they said this person looks like they're using all of their, or a lot of their force, where these people here don't seem to be pushing as hard. So that was some of the reasonings that I got from students. Both of these sound kind of logical, right? And they sound pretty good. So which one do you guys think is the real answer? All right, let's keep it pushing. All right, so we're going to talk about changes in force and changes in motion. So as we're talking about that, which one of these two do you believe that you can throw farther? Would it be the tennis ball, or would it be the basketball? So basketball, tennis ball, which one of these do you think you could throw further? And when we're talking about tennis ball, we're really talking about this guy, okay? So which one of these do you believe that you could throw further, the basketball or the tennis ball, and why? Why do you think you could throw one of these further than the other one? Okay, let's keep going. All right, so what about this? Which is pulling more? Do you think the one pulling hay or pulling the tractor? Which one would you say is pulling more? Some people said hay because they said this looks like 2 trailers and this is only 1. Other people said no, this is made out of metal, so this definitely has to be more than the hay. Okay, so some definitely good things. And they said this tractor is a lot smaller than this whole situation here. Okay, there's also that. Which one of these do you think you could throw further? The baseball or the bowling ball? Most people would say the baseball. Why? Some people are saying there's a difference with the amount it weighs. Some people also said something about the size difference. That actually also makes some sort of sense right there. Okay, cool. Now, which one of these would be easier to stop? Could we stop the elephant, or do you think could stop Derrick Henry? Okay, most people are like, we couldn't stop either. Okay, let's say we took everyone in the class, all the people in the class. We got everyone in the class, and we said we're either going to stop the elephant or we're going to stop Derrick Henry. Which one of these do you believe, right, do you think would actually be able to accomplish? Now, some people said they think we could stop Derrick Henry. Some people said, no, we cannot stop Derrick Henry. I think as a class, we might be able to stop Derrick Henry. I think it's highly questionable as whether we could stop this elephant right here. Okay, now let's go ahead and do this. So this is the question. Why do some objects require more force to move than others? Like this bowling ball, why would it require more force than a tennis ball or a baseball or basketball? Like, why would that require more force? Like, what about it is different than those? So this is what I want you to do, and this is actually where we're going to end. So this video is going to be short. So on page number 46, if you are not here in class, you're going to go ahead and draw this in on page number 46, since it's a blank page. Write this question in. Why do some objects require more force than others to move? And then all I want you to do is go ahead and fill in the before instruction part. Fill in the before instruction part, and then you are good to go for today. All right, y'all. As usual. Now this is page number 47, so go ahead and fill out everything that you can. Again, fill out everything that you can here on page number 47, okay? Make sure to write in pencil. That's a tip. That's a tip. Fill out everything you can on page 47 to the best of your ability. All right, let's keep it pushing. I am smarter than I think. I am braver than I seem. I'm stronger than I feel, and I can do difficult things. All right, y'all. Peace.